Hi everyone, the original premise for this video was that I found these weird sleeping bags online on Amazon. They're like full bodysuit sleeping bags with arms and legs and everything like that. And I thought it'd be interesting to get one and try it out. But then I thought it'd be even more interesting if my wife helped me try it out. So in this video, we're gonna try out some gear and just have a nice, fun family camping adventure here in the mountains. Here is our dog Bowser, whose ear is currently flipped back. And here's my beautiful wife, Cassie, who you guys have seen in some videos before, and she's sporting the fantastic wearable sleeping bag. We've been married for 4 years now, and she occasionally appears in the videos, about one video a year, but she's going to school full-time, so she doesn't really have time to join me on my full adventures, but whenever we can squeeze in little overnight trips like this, it's fun to do that. Cassie's gonna help me model this out. So Cassie, you are 5'6", and I'm 5'11", and I'm 145 pounds, and this thing just barely fits me, but it fits Cassie pretty well. And in the front here, there's like a kangaroo pouch pocket, and then we have a phone pocket on the side here.
I don't have a phone.
There we go. We can slot that in right there. And then there are these zippers down here. These aren't pockets, but these are like vent pockets to cool you down if you get a little bit too toasty in this. And then on this side, there's another zipper that goes into your pants. It goes all the way through so you can access your pockets there. And then on the cuffs here, this can fold over. So again, when you're going to sleep, just turn your hand into one giant mitt. And so while you're sitting around the campfire, poking the fire, you can have your hands free, and then when you're ready for bed, you can be all warm and cozy. And then the hood goes up. So this product, by the way, we bought this. This is not a sponsored video. This is not given to us. I bought this off of Amazon. I just thought it was a funny thing and be kind of a fun thing to make a video about. Cassie, what are your impressions having worn it for about 15 minutes now?
Well, I was really cold when we got here, and now I'm overheating. It's pretty warm.
It's like 65 degrees. It is not cold enough for this right now. But tonight it's going to get down to like 35. So it'll be cold enough tonight, but right now, an hour or two before sunset, it's I think it's a little bit overkill. And this is our campsite for the night, by the way. We're in the Land Cruiser. This is the first time Cassie has spent the night in it, so that's kind of fun. And we have a nice little open area here, and then there's a path that leads down to the creek. So we're gonna go take our chairs down to the creek and enjoy some babbling brook sights and sounds. We also thought that it would be fun for, on chilly winter days. So we live in Idaho. It gets legitimately cold and snowy here. We thought it'd be a nice thing to have to walk the dog, to walk Bowser. Just toss that on and head out into the cold and be pretty protected from the elements. Alright guys, it's a couple hours later. We're having a movie night in here. This is awesome. We've set up a little projector. I have the projector right here. I'm going to make another video all about this. But for now, how's it going, Cassie?
It's great. We're just, me and the Bowser just cuddling, cozy, having fun.
Yeah, it's awesome to have a little movie night, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time we've set this up in here, and it's working really well. We're watching a couple episodes of Korra, of The Legend of Korra. It's the sequel to Avatar: The Last Airbender. So we're gonna watch a couple more episodes of that. Gonna have some popcorn and snacks, and we'll see you guys in the morning with reports on how the projector here went and how the weird sleeping bag suit went, and yeah, we'll see you then. Okay, our first of 3 or 4 courses this morning is sausage. This is brown and serve sausage we picked up at the grocery store yesterday. And then for course number 2, we have some bagels and cream cheese here. We've got some garden vegetable cream cheese for you cream cheese connoisseurs out there. Here's the finished product, and then we have water boiling here for course number 3. Look at this cute little guy and this cute little scene over here.
Yeah, we both fit in here just fine.
For course 3, we've got some warm drinks this morning. I've got some mint tea, and Cassie has this roasted herbal tea, dandelion, dark roast stuff. And then course number 4, the final course, we've got some fresh berries here. Well, good morning everyone. It's 11 o'clock. We've been up since about 8:45. We were rudely awakened this morning. So there was a guy who parked like 40 or 50 feet over this way, and he was hunting, and he had a hunting dog with him. He put this beeping collar on the hunting dog. Every 4 seconds, this super loud beep would go off. So he does that, wakes us up, strolls right through the campsite, is wandering around this area down by the creek for like 45 minutes, beeping away the whole time.
And whistling and shouting at his dog to, come back or go somewhere.
He's making a tremendous amount of noise. And then he comes back, gets back into his car, and gets out of here, having unsuccessfully hunted. So that was a rude awakening this morning, but how'd you sleep?
Slept really well. I was warm and had enough space, and Bowser was fine too.
Good. How was the sleeping bag? The sleeping bag suit?
It worked really well for keeping me warm. Last night I tried to sleep with the booties on. Like as soon as I put them on and laid down, I realized that it was just a little too constricting and I couldn't stretch out. It was cold, and I sleep with my legs curled up, and there just wasn't enough room to curl up with the booties on. So I took them off.
It was too tight, right?
Yeah. So I took them off and I slept with this on, and it kept me warm. The only thing was that my feet were cold, and so I had another sleeping bag on for my feet. That was just fine.
And then you had these, did you have the flaps on?
Yeah, I actually put them
The
on
mitts?
in the night because with the other sleeping bag on, I had pulled it up to keep Bowser warm, but it was too warm for me on top. But my hands were cold, so I didn't want my arm underneath the sleeping bag, so I wanted it out, but my hands were cold, so I put the flap on and I was totally fine.
Then one thing Cassie also mentioned is that these little toggles here that tighten the hood around you, the little drawstring toggles, got in the way of your face.
Yeah, the hood doesn't have a zipper to detach, so if I was like on my side or something, like sleeping on my side, it would get in my way unless I moved it out of the way. But if you're sleeping at night, you don't always have the time or the brain to think about doing that, so yeah, these were annoying, but not so annoying that I couldn't sleep at all.
So did you like sleeping in this, or would you prefer a sleeping bag?
would prefer a sleeping bag actually, because if I had this on and I had an itch on my leg, it was hard to get to. Like I think at some point I left this zippered down, so if I was itchy I could get to myself easier. But I did like waking up and having this on and already having this warmth on me when exiting the car, because I didn't have to change out of any clothes or into any clothes. This was just already warm on my body, and I think it's most ideal for just hanging around camp and sitting down in a chair, which is what Bowser and I have been doing.
Yeah, I think that for sitting around camp, sitting around a campfire, doing chores around camp on a cool morning, like it got down to into the 30s last night. When I woke up this morning, it was 39 degrees outside, a little bit warmer in the car, but it was a chilly night. And for just doing stuff around camp, this thing looks pretty cozy, pretty comfy. And again, like I think I said earlier in the video, for this winter when we're walking Bowser, I think it'll be nice to just slip the suit on, like become one with the suit, and then go outside. And yeah, I don't know how practical it is in general. I mean, you can just as easily wear a down jacket like this, but I don't know. Do you think it's a fun thing to have at camp? Like, will you use it again in the future at camp?
Yeah, I love this thing. Like, I've been so cozy, and it's nice to just, because you can wear a down jacket or put on pants, but it's nice to just have one thing to slip into and be comfy, because it acts as like a jacket and pants, but also a blanket at the same time. So it's nice.
And Bowser likes it.
Yeah.
He's having a great time this morning.
He like fell asleep and was snoring.
Yeah. So overall, it's a fun little thing. I think this was $139 on Amazon for this kind of funky green color. It comes in a bunch of different colors. This was the cheapest one. I think some of the other colors are for like $200 or $300. So I'll put links to this down in the video description if you want to check it out. And the projector, by the way, worked super well last night. That was really fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun having a movie night. Like, one of the reasons Cassie doesn't come with me on my trips is that she's in school full time. But another reason is that I'm, like, they're hard. You know, like I'm up at 5 in the morning, and I go to bed at midnight, and you know, I'm doing stuff all day, and they're not really relaxing. But this has been a nice, relaxing family camping trip, and that was kind of the goal of this trip. So mission accomplished on that front. And then the more I use the tailgate of the Land Cruiser, the more I love it. The more I love having this thing. Super useful for getting all the food ready this morning, and then taking it over to our tiny little table where the stove was. But yeah, the whole projector setup worked well, but there are a couple of little tweaks we want to make, and then I'll make a separate video all about that. But it worked really well. It was great. It was a lot of fun. And I think that's about it that we wanted to cover this morning. We're going to hang out at camp a little bit longer. Here's one last look at comfy Bowser. Having a great morning. One last look at Cassie. It'll be another year or so before you see her again in the videos.
I have 2 semesters left, so it'll be over soon.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Thanks for watching this little family camping getaway, this little family camping adventure. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled adventures next week. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what your favorite part was. I'll see you in the next one. Be sure to check out Adventure Know-How, my new site, where you can gain access to a map of all of my free campsites, plus monthly bonus videos that you won't find anywhere else. Learn more at adventureknowhow.com. And for links to everything else SUV RVing related, visit suvrving.com. Links to these sites and more will be in the video description.